Hello and welcome to the Winning Post, and it's classic time in India, and well, the RWITC is host to the five Indian classics. Well, let me stop for a moment and thank all those who have been with us for this journey so far to bring you all the best horse racing content from India and the rest of the world. Delton Casinos, Serum Institute of India, Manjri Stud, Kingfisher Beer, and of course the Nanoli Stud, who have been with us right from the day we started this show. Well, let's join the press conference that kicked off the Mumbai race season 2015-16.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to this media briefing to announce the Mumbai racing season 15-16, which is scheduled to commence tomorrow. On behalf of the Royal Western India Turf Club, I thank all of you for being present on this occasion. The Mumbai racing season comprises of 43 days over a period of 5.5 months till the end of April. The season is filled with A. The highest prize money, B. The highest sponsorship, thanks to the efforts made by Mr. Vivek Jain. Relentless efforts, he never stops working. I tried to even stop him yesterday evening before the prospectus went into print, but he won't stop. So, he'll tell you all about it a little later. Chairman of the Steward would like to say a few words, and after that we'll go over to Mr. Vivek Jain and Mr. Ashwin Mehta. Before doing so, I once again thank you for your being present and for your indulgence. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. May I once again welcome each one of you to this press conference, which begins our Mumbai season 2015-16. It probably would be a cliche, but I think I must repeat that cliche and to say that the objective of all of us sitting here on this dais and those who are not being able to be present is to give every single race goer who comes to our races and watches it on the internet, to give each one of them wonderful races to see, which are all run fairly and cleanly. We in the RWITC, my ladies and gentlemen, we are a body of elected stewards and committee members, but we are very fortunate in the RWITC to have a wonderful staff backing us, and frankly, whatever we sitting over here may say or do, none of that is going to happen without the tremendous support, in fact, the kind of work that our staff does. And I would like to especially make a mention of them, and by asking everyone from Behram onwards, Mani, Sujat, all of you, all those who are present, Jahangir, all stand. Let's give them a very, very big hand because of the kind of work that they do. Stand up. Well done. Thank you.
To announce the Bombay racing season, which gets underway tomorrow. So what I'm going to talk today is at least of some of the bright spots of the club and which we are proud of, and I hope it reaches out to each one of you. The prize money advertised for the season is about 23 crores, as against 20 crores last year, and I'm excluding the Invitation Cup of last year as that was a one-off event. However, if we add performance bonuses, which is not encapsulated, sweepstakes, and extra payout for the several divided races, the handicapper informs me that the actual payout will be close to 33 to 35 crores, which makes it the highest payout by any club anywhere in the country. We now come to the big one of the season, the Indian Derby. The Indian Derby weekend will be on the 6th and 7th of February, and it is the biggest event in Indian racing. The race will once again cross the 3 crore mark in prize money, making it not only by a long way, not only the richest race in India, but probably one of the richest sporting events of the country. We owe a perpetual thanks to the mammoth and long-time sponsorship of United Spirits, earlier managed by Dr. Vijay Mallya, a great supporter to the RWITC for over 30 years. I think the continuous sponsorship of the Derby for over 27 to 30 years must be the longest continuous sponsorship across any sport in India. That was the good news. The somewhat sad news is that United Spirits, after they have changed management and is now run by Diageo and not Dr. Mallya, has officially written to the club that they intend to immediately withdraw their sponsorship with effect from the current season. Not having rested with a no, Zavare and I myself went to Bangalore in the last week of October and had a meeting with the top management of the newly managed USL. We had another meeting with them in Mumbai a few weeks later. We have reached halfway house. We at least jointly convinced USL that they cannot just walk out of a race that they have grown to this stature, and they have agreed to sponsor half the prize money which they had committed, which for the year 2016 is not a small amount of 3 crores. The last point I would like to stress is on live streaming, live telecast, and our new innovation called RWITC TV. In association with BCP of Singapore, we're going to relaunch RWITC TV and fill it with content from across the world, with interviews with administrators, jockeys, trainers, the fashion at the races. All our CSR events will be brought to you on a new website, actually an existing website which kind of fell by the wayside, called rwitc.tv. Our website, rwitc.tv, not .tv, rwitc.com, is already one of the most popular websites in the country. Again, we're going to give it a new look, a new branding. We're going to have hosts every day, live streaming, give it much more color and excitement. So anybody watching the live streaming will get a completely new experience with a new jingle, new music, make it with superior content, even give you track work twice a week. By 12 o'clock, you'll have the latest track work on the site. So all of these initiatives will be, before you know it, I hope by December we'll have it in place. And the last is our tie-up with Neo Sports. We hope to bring 20 days of our best races live on Neo Sports.
Well, when you say new, I look at racing as something that is exciting. Is it new, exciting? Wasn't it exciting last year? I think it was exciting. Can we make it more exciting? I think so. I think we've got a great team of professionals, trainers. They've got a great number of good horses. And you've just heard the kind of stake money that is being offered, the sponsors who have come in. Our racing public, the people who come to this race to the Mumbai racecourse, are going to be treated to the best in horse racing. And Mumbai season 15-16 is going to provide an outstanding opportunity for them to enjoy tight finishes, good races, a lot of fun. Mumbai is the center, and the best horses from outside come over here because that's where they enjoy the racing. That's where the stake money is. That's where the pride of winning that race is. So I'm sure they're going to come.
It's never been busier, Mahinda. It's been a full-time job. I don't think I've worked harder in several seasons, but I think we've pulled out a real full season. And it's going to be sponsors, events, media, night racing, afternoon racing. So it's going to be possibly the busiest time we've had in a long time. I would think so, especially with the Asian Racing Conference, which will add a huge dimension to the sport. I don't think we are going to have as many festivals covering food, fashion and theatre. My only little worry is on the Indian Derby, but I'm more than confident we'll pull it off. It's a great event. It's really a huge event. So I think end of the month, once I have that out of the way, then we are on the ball. Sadly not. It really is a hard push. The Indian, though the numbers are going up gradually, I would have thought especially more trainers. They're getting a 50% discount and they keep questioning international trends, this trend, what's happening. They need to be educated, even our owners. So the response has been somewhat weak, but I think as the day approaches, we'll drive up the numbers. We were told by the managing committee in Hong Kong, who has managed ARCs in the past, that don't be disappointed because most people tend to register closer to the day because it's a substantial fee and they don't want to pay and not come. So I think from 1st January onwards, we'll see a smart take-up in the registration. As I told you, it's a full-time job. We have a secretariat who is handling it. We have an event company. Hopefully we'll get logistic partners, food and beverage partners, liquor partners. So it has to be a joint effort. And we'll have to get the other turf clubs to join us. After all, it's a turf authorities event and not an RWITC event. So we've asked the other clubs to also chip in with administrative help to our own secretary. I didn't attend 1990, but I attended the one in Turkey and Hong Kong. I don't think we can match Hong Kong technologically. The way their infrastructure in terms of video, audio, each delegate had an iPad given. So I don't think we'll match that, but I think we'll more than make up with the sheer mammoth size of our venues, the beautiful venues, the social events, a top array of speakers. I think the food color that India brings, no other country can match. So we are making it a holistic experience. The business sessions are always good, but the evening entertainment is what will set us apart, I hope.
Well, so plenty to look forward to. Some of the initiatives are those that we will be a part of as well. We'll take a short break, come right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Winning Post. Now, the first day of the Mumbai racing season 2015-2016 kicked off with a number of classic preps. Most of them went the way they were supposed to.
The race day began with the Mathuradas Gokuldas Gold Cup, and the favourite was the 2000 Guineas contender, Phoenix Tiger. With Colin O'Donoghue in the saddle, he didn't disappoint.
Phoenix Tiger takes it up about a neck in front of Apache, not giving up. The others are far away, but going for the line now inside the final 100. It's Phoenix Tiger now. A length and a half too clear.
The horse won well, he won his lead up well. I hadn't tuned him up totally for this race. In fact, my jockey Colum thought he was a bit too fresh and he definitely needed the run. I won't do much for him, or much with him for the Guineas, but I run him straight there now. I've got a good 5 weeks into the race and he should come up and hopefully he peaks for that race. He's a strong, well-made horse and he's got a very good attitude, which I'm very happy about, and I just hope he keeps this way right up to the Guineas and has his best shot then.
Yes, first day of the season, good to get a good start, and Phoenix Tiger done it well. He was very fresh, obviously after travelling from Pune, but hopefully he'll come forward from this run again.
With just one run under her belt, the pacey Shroff-trained Nifty is being touted as an Oaks filly. While that is true, considering that she had won over a mile on her first start, she may just turn out to be a 1000 Guineas filly too.
Clear between them. After that, there's Top Bracket also joining the fight with about 250 meters more to run. And it's Nifty a length and a half in front of Top Bracket on the outside. Nifty is not going to be caught. Nifty is about 2 lengths in front with 100 to go from the fast finishing Rapid Girl and Top Bracket. But they're all in futile chase. Nifty makes it by about length and 3/4 clear of Top Bracket finishing up second.
Malesh Narredu is one who is never without a classic hand. His partnership with Jaydev Modi saw the emergence of the champion Kwasa. Fielding a dark horse against two 1000 guineas contenders, he proved that he truly is a perfectionist.
Second spot, Fearless Nadia is making a forward move. Redescends is the one coming up in the center. After that is Angelic Aria. But Perfectionist has broken away. Is about 2.5 lengths ahead of Fearless Nadia. Redescends is in the center. Then there's B52. But Perfectionist in the last 150 meters. Redescends is the one galloping in second spot. The rest are far away. But Perfectionist two in front of Iridescent. Perfectionist winning this one from Iridescent. Then Fearless Nadia is third ahead of B52. Then there's Angelic Aria.
Perfectionist was a Mysore-based horse. Came to me in the Pune season last 2 months back. I felt he needed time and it really helped him. I planned a race for him, just a mile race. The company looked very tough. I hope he runs a good race. But he really surprised me the way he galloped. It showed a lot of ability. He definitely has a big heart. He did the timing almost as the favorite for the Guineas, Phoenix Tiger. So I'm sure he is going to do well in the big races too.
Well, now the standout performances for me were Phoenix Tiger, who won the Mathuradas Gokuldas Class 1 race, and he won that well. I thought Colm O'Donoghue pushed him out nicely all the way to the post. The one thing that just seemed to get to me was that as Colm put his hands down, the horse kind of shortened his stride. Now it could be that Dallas has him slightly underdone, which would be perfect as he goes into the 2000 Guineas. The other interesting run I thought was Nifty. Now Nifty won her first start in Pune over 1600 meters, suggestive of the fact that she's possibly more of a long distance horse than an endurance sprinter required for the 1000 Guineas. But taking a look at the field this year and Victoria Harbour's subsequent performances as well as those of Fearless Nadia and Angelic Aria, it's just possible that we may have seen a dual classic winner in Nifty who may just target the 1000 Guineas if they agree to do that, and the Indian Oaks. We'll take a short break on that note and come right back. The Winning Post sponsored by the Serum Institute of India, Delton Casinos, Manjri Stud and the Nanoli Stud. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Winning Post, brought to you by Kingfisher Beer. Now, Mahindra Malia got a chance to catch up with the new chairman of the RWITC, Savari Poonawalla, to hear what his plans were for the upcoming year.
Excited I am, fatigued I am. It's a 24/7 job. I've left my city of Pune. I've entrenched myself in Bombay. I've partially let my family go at the moment. My wife has been fantastic in saying that now that you have taken this job, which you never should have taken, because it's not your cup of tea, now you work and show the public that what you have been saying you mean, and that you are going to be a successful chairman in the worst year of racing history of RWITC.
Does that make you more determined or more nervous?
Both. But the question is that determined in getting good things done to clean up racing, not that one can say that racing is bad, but wherever there's an element of gambling, winning and money and greed, whether it's England, America or India, there is going to be effect of malpractice, because that's human nature. To cheat and make money, to cheat and win, all these are human elements. So it doesn't mean that racing is bad because of that. The only thing is that there is a stewards body to govern all these things that happen. Maybe Olympics even is the same. It doesn't mean that because they are fair people there in color, that they are only fair. So the question is that to keep racing clean, you need to have a clean heart to start with. I believe, and I can say it with conviction and pride, that I have a clean heart, and the present team that is with me are clean, they're sincere, they're hardworking, and all of us are working like mad over time to see that whatever best we can do for racing, we'll do. But it's no joke. After I went around the 250 acres, all of us nearly collapsed. So many things have to be done. India is in a bad state. Like somebody says that India is shining. I don't see any shine. Our racecourse is becoming, every year, like many places which we see since independence, is just going down. The racecourse is going down. Even my stud farm is going down, where I am a Lord Almighty over there. Still, to keep it going, it's difficult. So it's a daunting task, but I am going to do it because the team are all like chairpersons. Each one shares the same pride and the same position. And let's see.
Do you think counseling and sensitization of people, to be more aware towards the property that you have, towards the jockeys who are young and impressionable and being lured away, would that help in any way, counseling them and sensitizing them?
Absolutely, and we are going to tomorrow have a meeting with the trainers, and I don't know whether it's along with the jockeys. We do want to counsel them. We want to explain to them that in the long run, it will pay to be clean and straight. I know it's one thing to say and another thing for everyone to accept what you're saying. But if you don't counsel them and you don't give them a bit of your time, whether it's your staff, whether it's your family, whether it's yourself even, it's not going to work. So counseling is important, and we are going to do that.
I have two adages that come to my mind just now. Charity begins at home is one, and United we stand is another thing we've read in school. So why doesn't the committee, for a start, begin by showing itself in a better light? And the elections are fought bitterly, right? Once the victory result is out, why don't you all work together as one unit?
You've hit the nail on the head. You've asked the right question. I try to keep this as neutral as possible. One of the mandates why I became a chairman was that certain existing committee members wanted me to take the chair so that I could bring in peace into the racecourse. And it's not a hidden fact that one side has got a majority. And that's happening year after year for the last 20, 30 years. And that's something that I detest the most in my life. I like people to be together. That brings a smile on my face. I took this place of a chairman to bring everyone together. And I have worked relentlessly for 60 days to do that. I've kept, I'm saying too many eyes, I shouldn't be. We have kept everything as calm as we can. But that calmness is just because of me managing both sides and not allowing anyone to fight. But the bitterness is just not going to go. It's a human trait. Once people are bitter, you can't bring them together, but you can try to bring them together. I've succeeded to the sense that we have balanced things.
Well, and that's all we have on this episode of The Winning Post. As always, thank you for joining us. Do remember to join me on Twitter at Mohit Lalvani. There's plenty of action there these days, especially with the upcoming Asian Racing Conference, which Vivek Jain did talk about. Well, till I see you on the next episode, goodbye, thank you, and as always, may the horse be with you.